Hello YouTube, it's M1NDxBEND3R here, and as you can see today we've got something big. My last few videos have been focusing on building kind of smaller and taking up as little space as possible, so I decided it'd be kind of fun to just pull out all the stops and build something big, and here he is. This is Impounder. Impounder, as you can see, transforms into this large armored car sort of vehicle, and I really love it. It just looks big and tough and looks like nothing would stop it. Looks like it's just going to run over everything in its way. And I just love it. You see down on the hubcaps there's even armor plating to protect his wheels. He's got big, thick tires that probably would be very hard to pop. Just everything about him is just big. And to show you just how big that is, we're going to bring in video from someone I showed off in a couple videos ago. We got Beat here. You can see him next to Beat. Let's see if we can... There. See just how much bigger he is than Beat in vehicle mode, and I think that's pretty cool. So, getting Beat off to the side. Of course, as usual for my builds, you can take a minifigure and sit him inside. Just open up these roof flaps here. And you just put them down inside, like so. Close them up. And now you can have a minifigure riding around in Impounder. And he rolls really nicely as well on these big old tires of his, because he's very far off the ground. He doesn't have a lot of clearance issues. So, that's about it for vehicle mode. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of it. I had a lot of fun building this guy. He wasn't easy to build, but he was a lot of fun. So, let's get on to transformation. Impounder definitely has one of the more complicated transformations I've made. Now, that's still pretty simple considering he's made out of Legos, but he's fun to do. So let's get started. Once again, we're going to start by opening up these roof flaps here. But this time we're going to take these armored panels and just fold them out, like so. Next, we're going to just take the vehicle mode and it's just going to kind of wiggle it loose. And then this bit comes down and rotates around. And we're just going to leave it like that for now. We'll come up to these bits up here, these armor plates. We'll swing them around. And you can very clearly see that these are going to become his arms. Do it on both sides. And next, what we're going to do is now we'll come here first. So we're going to fold these plates back to where they were, like so. We're going to flip these pieces back, and we're going to extend out the arms. And the arms are kind of fun. They accordion out like so. Do the same thing on the other side. This bit down here makes a very sturdy base, kind of handy for transforming. But now we're going to come down here. We're going to flip up the seat, like so. We're going to detach these bits, fold them out, come back here. We're going to detach this as well. Now, we're going to come up here again. There's a lot of going back and forth to transform them. Everything has to be done in a specific order. Now you can see in here his steering wheel is going to be pulled out and folded up. Next you come to this piece here, pull it open, pull these panels open, and push the windshield back like so. Now you're going to fold this up against his back. Get down where you can see it. Going to fold this up against his back like so, and then fold this bit in half. So you give him a nice, clean, compact backpack. Now you're going to come down here, split the legs in half, like so. Just get those situated. And then last but not least, you come up here, you flip out his head, like so, and then you fold these back into place. And then you just get him all standing up and looking good. And there you have Impounder in his robot mode. Now, if you thought Impounder's vehicle mode was big, his robot mode is even bigger. This guy only gets bigger and bulkier when he transforms, and I absolutely love how it turned out. You'll also notice a lot of extra red detail gets revealed when he transforms, and that was a big thing that I was going for building this guy. I really wanted him to have a very plain, almost bland vehicle mode, but when he transformed, I wanted a lot of color to pop out to show that, you know, he is still kind of fun to look at. And I think it worked out pretty well with him. I love the red on gray on black. It just it just works for me. I just love how it looks. You'll also notice up top, his head is far more detailed than anything I normally build. One of the most common complaints I get from viewers is that my heads aren't detailed enough. So I figured, got a lot of extra room here, a lot of extra space to hide for a head reveal. I might as well go out of my way and actually give him a pretty decent looking head. His head is actually kind of a combination of Whirl and Red Alert is kind of the cues I took to design this head. I really like it. I like how it turned out. You'll also notice the head is on a T-joint. I took a page from Boys with the Most Toys here and used a T-joint instead of a ball joint. That also means he kind of has a little bit of neck motion, just the way his head transforms out. So you know he can be looking forward or looking back, down, up, side to side. A lot of good articulation at the head. So zooming back out, we'll take a look at the rest of him. His arms, as usual, are on ball joints, so he's got articulated shoulders. Can move his arms pretty well. Hinged elbows. He's got ball jointed legs that move forward, back, in and out. A hinged knee. He's also got this extra bit of joint down here, but that's more for transformation than articulation, but it's there if you feel like using it. He seems like he would have a waist swivel because of the way he transforms, but unfortunately he doesn't because of all of his backpack coming up here. Kind of stops him from moving at the waist, so that's kind of a bummer, but he's so big and bulky, I wouldn't really be using a waist swivel for him anyway. Overall, I'm just really happy with how he turned out. Once again, we'll show off just how tall he is, moving him off to the side here, and we'll bring in Beat, now in his robot mode. And up until now, Beat was the tallest robot I had built. Not the tallest robot on my channel, but the tallest robot I have still with me. And Impounder just towers over him. In fact, when I built Impounder, the idea was actually to build kind of Beat's Decepticon rival, but this doesn't look like a fair fight at all. This looks like Impounder would throw one punch and no more Beat. But hey, strange things have happened, I guess. So we'll get Beat out of the shot again. Take a look at Impounder's weapon. Built in this big old double barrel rifle. Once again, the word of the day with this guy is just big. And so you can just put his weapon right into his hand here. And he holds it very nicely, and he looks really nice holding it. It looks like the kind of weapon that someone should be using with two hands, but he's just such a big, bulky dude. He uses it like a pistol, because he just can. To give you an idea of just how big this weapon is, you see here I've given it to one of the scrambler bodies, and he can barely lift it. He just looks like he's hefting something that's way too heavy for him to use. But in Impounder's hands, it looks like just a little squirt gun, and that's perfectly fine by me. Alright guys, until next time, I want to thank you all for watching. Like I said, this is something I had a lot of fun building. I put a lot of time and effort into this one. And I'm just really, really happy with how he turned out. So I was very excited to show him off to you guys. So please leave me a comment telling me what you thought of him. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to know more about me and the things I build, check out my Facebook page, which will be linked in the description below. And until next time, I've been M1NDbender, and I'll talk to you later.